Eurobasket 2009 in Poland is only just over 1 week away. But the coach of Slovenia, Juri Zdobsa, he's a worried man. There he is, well, looking a little bit anxious. And many people think that Slovenia are medal prospects in Poland, but from looking pretty impressive at the beginning of their series of preparation friendlies, Coach Zdobsa's team seems to have hit a brick wall, and a whole series of injuries have piled up. And the look on his face speaks volumes. Eurosport 2 is at Slovenia's last 2 major build-up games at home. And today the visitors to the Tabor Arena in Maribor are Bulgaria, extreme outsiders in Eurobasket. And then on Sunday, Slovenia, they play host to European giants Greece. I'm Roy Birch, and alongside me is Mickey Bett. Mickey, it's all gone pear-shaped for Slovenia. Well, now that the national anthems have been played for both Bulgaria and Slovenia, my apologies for just slightly interrupting the Bulgarian national anthem there, but I'm Roy Birch alongside with Mickey Bett. And Mickey, it all seems to have gone pear-shaped for Slovenia of late.
Well, if you think your preparations for Poland Eurobasket 09 will end on 6th of September when you play your first game, you've got a whole month of preparation. You're not going to go through that whole month of having ups and ups and ups. You're going to have a few bumps along the way. And you're right, Roy, this team from Slovenia has hit a wall in the fact they went to Seville and lost all 3 games, including 1 game, a big shock against the Great Britain team. But this team, Bulgaria, are a fine squad. Filip Vidanov there, number 8, is a good player. The 2 twins, 4 and 5, the Ivanovs, add a lot of balance and height to the team. And number 20, Earl Rowland's basically playing for his place, along with Andre Owens, who will probably play on Sunday.
And the name there at the bottom, head coach Pini Gershon, the Israeli coach, legendary coach of Maccabi Tel Aviv a couple of years ago, and he's back there now as well. And then the Slovenia lineup, Juri Zdobsa. We understand he was ejected before half-time even in that big loss in the Seville tournament against Spain, objected to some of the refereeing, as indeed a lot of people have commented on the standard of refereeing in Spain. But then again, they were only friendly tournament. It's only a friendly tournament, so a little bit unusual for a coach of his quality to get ejected. Normally a very placid man, but as I said in the build-up, looks to have the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Well, Roy, if he had all his players fit, I think he'd be a little happier. Sasha Vjajic has left the team. Smodis there is probably not going to play tonight. Then you see that face of anguish. You know, it's a team that's beset by a lot of injuries and problems. They're always they go to these tournaments and do not perform as well as they could do. This is a big chance for them because this Eurobasket tournament is open. Maybe Greece, Spain and Lithuania will go to that tournament with fairly unblemished records, but it's, you know, who's up for the next 3 or 4 spaces, who knows.
Yeah, Slovenia in Pool C in Poland alongside Spain, Serbia and Great Britain, and Bulgaria, they're in Pool D, and that's equally tough, that particular pool. Turkey, Poland and Lithuania, and their first game in Poland is against the host. So Bulgaria, they have a massive task ahead of them if they are to make any impact whatsoever in Poland.
Well, there's your 3 referees. Interesting enough, we've seen a lot of basketball over the last 3 or 4 weeks, Roy. The referees do take a part because they're from the home country, and they can influence a lot of things. You go to Eurobasket, there will be 3 referees from different countries.
So the 9th friendly match in Slovenia's preparation for Eurobasket 2009. It's against Pinigurshon's Bulgaria. I say that with an element of surprise in my voice, because there on your screen is the legendary Israeli coach Pinigurshon coaching Bulgaria. They're the starting 5 for Bulgaria. Earl Rowland, number 20, one of the 2 naturalized players in the Bulgaria squad. And you're only allowed 1 naturalized player, so Pinigurshon opting to play with just the 1 in this friendly.
And interesting enough, Benu Udrich comes in to start tonight's game. I think we saw him start against Macedonia way back in the beginning of August, and he gets another start tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how he does ahead of Jaka Lakovic, the 31-year-old veteran from Barcelona.
Yeah, we mentioned Macedonia there. At the moment, they are playing in the FS Pilsen World Cup tournament in Turkey. And at this very moment, they are playing Great Britain. We'll try and keep you updated with that score from there. But at the moment, it's Slovenia here in Maribor against Bulgaria. Slovenia in green, Bulgaria in black.
Well, I think Bulgarian basketball's looking up at right now. They've got some good young players. We'll see 2 of them tonight, 4 and 5, and the Ivanov brothers. But Slovenia going to have to play hard. They have to concentrate to win this game.
I noticed on the Bulgarian website that they're opting for 2-3 Americans in their National League this year, but they're a great start there. Great passing move from the Slovenians, and it's number 15, Erazem Lorbek, opening the score for the home team.
Well, Benu Udrich got the penetration, but it was Lorbek to Lorbek, the beautiful, subtle little pass under the basket that got the 2.
Number 20 for Bulgaria is the American we were talking about. That's Earl Rowland.
Yeah, a lot of eyes on Rowland. He's got to perform tonight.
Well, Rowland went to the hoop there and threw up what can only be described as a prayer shot, but that's not a prayer shot. That's a great fast break from Slovenia, and they go into a 4-0 lead, and it's the same player, Erazem Lorbek, finishing off the fast break.
Well, Roy Zovce wants a good start. He knows his troops lost a bad one to the Great Britain team, and he wants his players to come out hard.
Well, getting the block in there was Slovenia's number 10, Božidar Nakbar. Well, the shot clock was very low then, and that's why the shot was hurried.
That's the part of Slovenia's game I don't like. They get a rebound, they just don't get it out quick enough. They don't get the ball down the other end very quick. And the holding foul of the game. Yeah, that's the veteran there, 32-year-old Vasil Eftimov. And he will add not much quickness to this team, but will add a bit of body as long as he can stay out of foul trouble.
Keep your hands out of the way is the message there. Oh, 6-0 Slovenia. Bulgaria went to sleep, allowed a simple out-of-bounds play, and the same man, Erazem Lorbek, scored all 6 points.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Bulgaria have not lost that many games. I think it's only 2 games they've lost in the warm-up. They've actually tied 1 game, but they wouldn't have played many teams as strong as Slovenia.
For basketball fans who queried what my colleague Mickey Bett said then, yes, they did tie a game against Belgium, 76 all, and because it was a friendly, they decided that that was it. No need to play overtime. Let's call it a draw.
Yeah, not often seen, is it? Bizarre as bizarre it can get, I think. Foul number 2 for Bulgaria there. Filip Vidinov, probably the best scorer for this Bulgarian team. And this looks like an early sign of a zone for Bulgaria.
Yeah, I think the common sense approach there from Bulgaria. On the out-of-bounds play, they went to a zone, but Slovenia rattle in the score. It's 9-0, and there's Bosjan Nakbaj in the first 3 of the game.
Yeah, tough play from Nakbaj, inside and outside, and a great player. And Vidinov's first open shot. He is their top scorer, Filip Vidinov. 3 to open the Bulgarian account.
And even that shot under an awful lot of pressure.
Well, that's what Udrich does best. Ben Udrich there, a couple of penetration. I think he's got an offensive foul for that.
The 2 was given because the ball was in the air when the foul was committed. Here's the shot, and it was an off-the-ball foul. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Earl Rollins has gone to the floor. He's been pushed over by Erazem Lorbek. Picks up his field. No, probably couldn't do much about it. He's saying he was just in my way, ref. Had to go down.
So 6 points and a foul to Lorbek. And there's the block from Nakbaj.
We talk about Eftimov not going to really jump out of the gym. An easy block shot there.
This stadium holds 4,000 fans, a little bit quiet at the moment. And that's good defense again. And that came off a Slovenian fingertip.
Well, you get the impression that Bulgaria haven't really come to the party, have they? Slovenia are still smarting from that loss to Great Britain. They want to improve their performance, and they might get hit with a hammer tonight, Bulgaria.
Yeah, in previous friendlies here in Slovenia, we've seen crowds, well, packed houses, but let's say the crowd is a little bit quiet at the moment, as Bulgaria forced to take a quick shot on the shot clock there. It was on 22.
Well, you're exactly right, Roy. The crowds previous to this have been very vociferous, a lot of noise. But a little pin drop tonight.
Well, it's the second largest city in Slovenia, Maribor, and I'm very surprised that this game hasn't attracted more fans. Another defensive foul against Bulgaria.
And interesting, Roy, as well, Bulgaria in a zone after about 3 or 4 minutes of an international basketball game. And something else you don't see very often. They've given up momentum straight away to the Slovenians. There's a foul, Filip Vidinov. I think that's his second.
Well, I've said many times on here on Eurosport 2 that if you see a team in a zone as early as this, then the reasons for it are probably either fatigue, which is unlikely this early stage of the game, or foul trouble, or they're trying to hide something. And Erazebek is fouled again, and the N1. The guy's having a great game at the moment. Number 15 for Slovenia, Erazem Lorbek.
Too easy, isn't it? Yeah, there's the first Ivanov to get on the score sheet. Dejan Ivanov, his twin brother, number 5, Kaloyan. And he gets the foul, gets in the air, and Lorbek finishes. Now, Erazem Lorbek, Roy, is their best player. He shouldn't be their best player because they've got about 4 or 5 NBA players around him. But that man has been top scorer in 3 or 4 games so far, if you take exception to the GB game.
Yeah, if our viewers here on Eurosport 2 are expecting to see an NBA winner this year in Alexander Viatic, the LA Lakers player, he's been dropped from the squad. He was injured, had a bad knee injury, but we understand that his attitude in that Seville tournament was not exactly 100%, kept whinging at the referees all the time, so he's been dropped. Oh, Roland there, the giveaway, here we go, it's going to be thrown down. Oh, my word, was that a travel? It looked very suspiciously like it to me.
It was close, wasn't it? I think Gershon's going to head for a timeout pretty soon. 15-3. Be very surprised lets this go on much longer.
And defensive foul against Slovenia's number 4, Uras Slokar.
Yeah, Slokar at 6'10", plenty of NBA experience, a big body to go against Eftimov inside there.
Well, the expected timeout has not arrived. That's another foul against Slovenia, and this time it's the other Lorbek, Domen Lorbek, number 16.
Now, you can guarantee, Roy, if this was a European Championship game, 3 weeks' time, Pini Gershon will be right next to the scorer's table getting a timeout. He's going to let them see it through, see what they can show mentally. How tough are they?
Well, 5-second call, nearly a 5-second call, I was about to say. There's just a little tip, a fingertip from Slokar.
Maybe another thing that maybe Gershon's thinking, can he get some more points on the game before he gets that timeout? But they're struggling right now, Bulgaria.
Slovenia in his zone? No. Well, number 12 is Vasil Evtimov makes that the 5th point for Bulgaria. And I just wonder how long it's going to be before a Slovenian player reads that left-handed, one-handed shot from, or pass rather, from Roland. Very, very iffy pass from the American, now playing with the Bulgarian passport.
Well, it's a big time for Roland, because this may be one of the last opportunities to get the chance to show Pinny Gershon what he can do in game situations, because I think Sunday Owens will play. That's a good move, too.
Strong move.
Oh, it's been knocked down. That should be basket good. Goaltending there from Slokar.
Yeah, you can't touch it once it's in the cylinder.
Here's the problem for Roland. Roland played against Russia. They lost by 27. He had a very, very good game. His adversary, Andre Owens, played against Russia the first game. They lost. They won. He had a poor game. So Gershon's got some problems here with his Americans.
Another foul against Bulgaria, and that means they are in the penalty now.
That's Ivanov's second foul, too. And that could be seen the sign of his twin brother coming on. Dejan Ivanov goes to the bench.
And Jurica Golomac waiting to get in for Slovenia, the Croatian-born Golomac.
And they don't look too dissimilar, do they? Here's Kaloyan Ivanov, replaced his twin brother Dejan Ivanov.
One's got a beard, one is clean-shaven.
Just to help the coach out, I guess. Just if the number wasn't enough help.
Slokar takes a break, having converted both penalty shots.
Now, I like to see Golomac in the game. I think he does a lot of good, positive things for Slovenia, so it'll be interesting to see how he picks up this pace at 17-7. They're in a bit of a dominant picture right now.
I like Golomac's team ethic. He prefers to pass, but when he's inside, a very dangerous player indeed. Good rebound from Nakbar. Read the bounce and didn't go up too early. Oh, that's poor defense from Roland. Just let his man go past him. And that man is number 9. That's Beno Idrich.
Yeah, Udrich has got the body on him too. 6'6". Roland's not that high, only about 6'2".
Well, a welcome 3 for Bulgaria there in the form of number 8. That's Filip Vidunov.
That's his second 3-point. He has 6 out of the 7 points for Bulgaria. I said he was a good scorer. Averaged 22 points a game in the 05 Europeans.
I was about to say it's good ball movement from Slovenia. They passed the ball around, then he got stuck in the low post. And a good rebound there for number 11, Dimar Angelov. Roland is fouled. Those two won't count.
No, I wouldn't think so. The foul was well before the shot went up, or even before he went into the motion to shoot. Udrich picked it up. Tried to take the charge, just couldn't quite get his feet there. And Roland did a good job of drawing it.
Number 20 for Bulgaria, the naturalized Earl Roland from Frankfurt in Germany, born of an American serviceman, now with a Bulgarian passport. And there's a man with an Israeli passport, Pinny Gershon, coach to Bulgaria. Of course, we saw Coach Gershon on Eurosport 2 last year in the Greek League, or sorry, the year before, as coach to Olympiakos. He was relieved of that position, replaced by Coach Ionakis. And this man, Coach Zdobza, as I said, was thrown out of the game against Spain in the Sevilla tournament. Very angry man there, but calmed down a little bit since. Not known for his hot temper.
Well, he lost that game, didn't he? 63-56, Roy. A poor performance from the Slovenian team.
That was the GB game. I was talking about the Spain game. He lost that by 25 points or something like that. It was an absolute rout. There's the first 3-pointer from Bulgaria. And there's a nice little reverse layup from number 12. That's Vasil Evtimov. And here's Earl Roland on the foul line for Bulgaria. And token pressure, and Roland was looking around as if to say, where's everybody else on the press?
Well, here's the problem for Roland. He's going to play about 30 minutes, and again, zone for the Bulgarians. and they're going to sit back. But Rollins has to go against two guards. He's got Jakalakovic in there before it's Udrich. That's a great cut from Golomac.
Well, it just feels as though Slovenia should be about 20 points clear of Bulgaria at the moment, but somehow the Bulgarians have scrambled their way back, and they only trail by 6, and that was a good scrambling rebound there from Bulgaria. And if they can score now, I just wonder whether Coach Zobsa will call timeout. Oh, what a strange shot, but effective. It's only a 4-point game now.
Well, Vasily Eftimov is not going to bring much culture to the offensive end, Roy, that's for sure.
That was ugly shot, but it went in.
The veteran status of that little run-in layup has highlighted a lot of his lack of skills in the post, perhaps.
Well, I was trying to think of a description of that shot, and running layup wasn't a shot that description I would use, but the response is pretty immediate, and again, that I think is the 8th point for Erozam Lorbek for Slovenia.
Well, you know, and I say the same thing, Eftimov's not going to be very agile, and there's more holes in that zone than perhaps an Edam cheese. It's incredible.
That's
a tough play. Made it 2.
He's given it 3 and a bonus. So, if this goes in, then Bulgaria could be within 2.
Well, they say Filip Vidinov can light it up. Watch this. One off the power dribble off the pick and roll. There's the foul, slight touch from Dragic, but nothing but net the other end. He has 9 points, 1 to come to make it double figures.
And Jakalakovic, number 5 for Slovenia, on for the first time. And boy, do they need his leadership skills now.
Yeah, I think they're strong at guard, Slovenia, with Dragic, Lakovic, and Beno Udrich. They are very, very tough. I think it's in the low post play. They're not as formidable, perhaps they should be.
And that was a shame for Vidinov. Didn't quite complete the 4-point play, so it's Slovenia leading, but only by 3.
Again, sitting back in this zone. It's a good matchup zone, though. They definitely move around a bit.
Lakovic. And again, the rebound grabbed by Bulgaria. And a 3 here will tie things up, and that's exactly what we have. 21 plays 21.
A tough shot, and on the end of a fast break, and is playing with it with a lot of confidence, the Bulgarians. I think the scouting report in Slovenia is they don't shoot very well from the outside. Lakovic not been shooting well. Now, who's going to nail the 3-pointer?
Yeah, this is just evidence of the big hole that Smodis leaves when he's not in there, because that guy can play from anywhere. Big 3-point player, and Bulgaria now have an opportunity to take the lead, would you believe?
Well, how well has Penny Gershon coached this game? In zone 3 or 4 minutes, they've yet to score against their zone.
That was absolutely fantastic pass there, and a 3-pointer puts Bulgaria into a 3-point lead. Well, well, well.
Well, you wouldn't have believed it, would you? At 11-3, 12-3, I think the score was. It's now 24-21 to Bulgaria.
A lot of people written Bulgaria off in Eurobasket. And there they are getting another rebound, and it's Eftimov again. And I just wonder, Zobsa must have a timeout this time if Bulgaria score. And there's the foul. Roland on the line again. He's given the and one. Has he?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I didn't quite see the referees.
Referees looking at each other then, and one nodded and one didn't.
Referees. Let's have a look. I think there's the foul. I think this should be basket good.
I do. He's in his 2 counts. On court for Bulgaria, the first time tonight, is Tencho Banev.
Yeah, this man might make a difference, I think, against the zone. Goran Jagodnik does a lot of the dirty work. Maybe not going to score the subtleties down on offense, but he will definitely go hustling after a few rebounds.
Yeah, 1 shot to come. Yeah, referee just making sure that the official actually got the fact that he awarded the score there. 1 to come, he's insisting.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think Roland was well into his stride, took 1 extra step after the foul. An interesting play from Bulgaria. They've weathered a big storm, and they've come back strong.
Well, that's 2 points gone begging for Bulgaria. 1 on a 3-point shot. There was a foul, and then Roland missing a possible 3-point play. So it's Bulgaria by 5 in the last 15 seconds of this half. Differential of 4 seconds between game and shot clock. Yeah, the foul, and the Golomac will end up on the foul line for Slovenia.
Now, that's a good coaching point there. Lakovic, the 31-year-old veteran, has seen a lot of shots missed from the outside, so he penetrates. And as he penetrates, Golomac goes to the hoop to get a little scoop pass. Here's this Golomac coming in from the right. There he is. Gets the pass, and he gets fouled. So he will go to the line for his 2. And a good shooter usually. Yep.
Even though he walks after his shot. Good coaching point for young foul shooters. Stay in your footprints. Well, again, he went forwards, but Bulgaria got the rebound. 5 seconds. The ball's in Roland's hands. Is he going to go for a long 3? Dribbling too much. Roland, that's a terrible offense. Badly read there by Roland. That will not score. Roland head down dribbling and couldn't find an open man.
Look at Ivanov's face, Roy. A big smile on his face. That was almost a 6th 3-pointer of the quarter.
So 26-21, Bulgaria leading Slovenia. Make that 26-22. Eurosport 2 is in Maribor in Slovenia, the second biggest city in this country. 140,000 souls, and less than 4,000 of them have come to watch Slovenia play Bulgaria in Slovenia's 9th friendly international in preparation for Poland in about a week's time. And there we saw one of the ugliest shots you'll ever see in basketball, but a successful ugly shot. And it's 22-26. Slovenia trail their Eastern European opponents tonight. Bulgaria. Oh, Roland dishes off, and there's a travel. Ooh, well,
that's tough play. That was one of the Ivanovs. Kaloyan Ivanov there, just dragging his left foot. Let's have a look. Takes a big step. No, that's not a travel, Roy. That's a tough call.
I've seen a lot worse than that not called.
Exactly. They've got to get the ball to this high post. They're getting the pick and roll. You've got to feed the high post.
Yeah, the defender got a hand on that. There's a foul. Yeah. Oh, my goodness me. The Bulgarian defender had someone's hands around his throat then almost.
Yeah, you feel some sympathy there for the Bulgarian defense. They boxed out perfectly. The referee must just have seen that ball just touch a hand there from the Bulgarian team.
There's that evidence of Golomac's passing ability. And it's mayhem at the moment, but he came off the rim, so new shot clock to Slovenia. Here's Lakovic.
Problem with zones, you get the long rebounds going the other way. Now, can they feed that high post there?
Speculative pass there, but it found its intended recipient. And the 3-pointer from Lakovic.
Yeah, that was tough, and that will give the team a lot of confidence, because all of a sudden you see when shots don't go down, players lose that little edge, little confidence in making that shot.
Roland again for Bulgaria. His team lead only by 1 now, having had a 5-point lead at one stage. Shot clock on 5. Well, Bulgaria have impressed everybody with their 3-point shooting in their preparation games, and it continues tonight. Bulgaria now lead by 4.
And that was the 6th 3-pointer, and Kostov there gets his 2nd 3-pointer of the game.
Golomac wide open inside and misses by a long way. He's Roland again.
Oh, he's quick. Look at that. Whoa. Beautiful play.
Coast to coast from Roland.
Well, you know, that's the one thing I say, Roy. Slovenia don't have any athleticism, and Roland just exposed the lack of speed back on defense.
This zone really is hurting Slovenia. Golomac this time on the turnaround. No, it wasn't Golomac, sorry. It was number 7. That's Primoz Brezec.
Yeah, and that's a good place to get the ball, because Eftimov's not going to come up to that foul line. Get it to the high post, make him play some defense.
That's how to break a press. That is how to break a press. Well, eventually.
That's how to get your stats up, too. An offensive rebound off the missed shot. Kaloyan Ivanov there, one of the twins. Nails the 2.
Well, we did comment on the fact that this crowd are very quiet, and now you can sense a degree of frustration in the crowd, getting a little bit annoyed. Murmurings of discontentment, and another rebound for another Bulgarian.
Roy, I tell you, I'm looking at this game. I know GB's beaten this team. This Slovenian team's got some problems, because they've got no quickness, and GB have got quickness. They've got some speed down the floor, so there's every possibility this could be an upset going into Poland for the Great Britain team.
September the 7th, it's a crucial date for Slovenia. That's when they play their first Euro Cup basketball in Poland against Great Britain. You've seen they've already lost 2. There's a foul against Roland. That's a poor foul there from Roland, because everything was happening for Bulgaria. No need to reach in. Was it Roland or Ivanov?
Roy, the score was
17-7.
Yeah, looks like Smodis may be coming into the game.
This speaks volumes. This is not exactly desperation for Slovenia, but they do need some inspiration. And that man on your screen there, Matthias Smodis, their captain, and well, a big-time player for them, big-time player for CSKA Moscow. And look at the anguish on the face of Coach Yuri Stobza there. At the moment, well, nothing is happening for Slovenia after a very, very good start, very bright start for them, but everything has just gone south for them.
You look at those stats, Roy, there's nothing much wrong with those stats. It's just the fact that Bulgaria have hit 6 3-pointers. Yeah, nice to see a bit of animation there from Zobza.
Well, apologies for our lack of translation of the Slovenian coach said. But, I think you can safely assume that he's not best pleased. Some fingernail biting going on in the Slovenian crowd. We understand that, yeah, we've seen him actually. One of the members of the crowd is Tony Garbaletto, assistant coach used to Great Britain, here to see his Group C opponents, although we've seen quite a bit of them already in Spain. So just wants to clear up a few anomalies there.
I understand he's a little late getting to the game though, Roy. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, we saw him and he reckoned it was an 8 o'clock tip-off. Well, we assured him it wasn't. 6 o'clock here in Central European time. Golomatch. Was it Golomatch?
That was a tough shot. That was, yeah, Dorman Lorbeck there, the other Lorbeck. And, you know, Bulgaria went man-to-man, and that happened straight away. They score Slovenia, so maybe the zone is the killer for Slovenia.
And Slovenia still in there man-to-man. Oh, my.
Tough luck, there you go.
And the foul, yeah, good foul actually. Don't allow the layup at all.
Well, what man on
the
line? Tell me a question. Why did Dragic go up underneath the basket instead of with his left hand just going up and dunking it? At 6'6", he's got enough athleticism. I just think there's a lot of confidence that's just completely disappeared from this team. He went to that tournament, lost all 3 games, including the Great Britain team. And there's this lack of belief amongst these Slovenian players now.
The man on the line, Goran Dragic, is an NBA player, plays for the Phoenix Suns, so should be confident. But there he is, missing his first foul shot.
It's a good character builder for some of these players. You know, in the States, they're semi-pros, they're semi-gods. You come here, you've got to work for your money in this Eurobasket. Nobody's going to give you success.
Yeah, you can't move along the baseline.
Yeah. Roland said he wants some help getting the ball in bounds. Why he was bringing the ball in bounds, I don't know, but it is a ploy that some coaches use.
But again, indicative there of a little bit of disorganized play from Slovenia, because Dragic actually didn't understand the fact that his team were pressing then. Went back and looked totally bemused when someone said, hey, where are you going? Because they were applying some full court pressure. He didn't know. Good hands to Golomatch. Good pass as well. That's more like it. Nice 2 there. Lovely pass from Golomatch.
Yeah, Dragic there, finished it off in style. Almost got his shot blocked, managed to evade it with a quick lefty. And they're hanging in there, Slovenia.
Well, heaven knows what a defeat to Bulgaria would do for their confidence. Or lack of confidence, rather. Oh, again, that's poor play on the break, but somehow Slovenia scrambled possession. If that's not a foul, I don't know what it is.
Well, it wasn't a great place to pick the ball up, was it? Lakovic had the dribble.
The game has gone very scrappy suddenly, and this, believe it or not, plays into the hands of the Slovenians. They're the home team, and they would dearly love Bulgaria to play a scrappy game. Bulgaria have once won the silver medal in Eurobasket. That was back in 1957. That was when they hosted the tournament. And they've actually got a bronze since then in '61, but nothing really since.
Well, you look back at the stats, Roy, they were a force in European basketball in those 50s and early 60s. The game you refer to, losing to the Ukraine, I think it was only by, Soviet Union by 2 or 4 points. Very close, 3 in between 3. Thank you. But, yeah, they were a force back in the old days. I remember seeing, I think back at Crystal Palace, seeing Crystal Palace play Sofia, Česká Sofia one year. Very, very strong.
Yeah, I coached in Bulgaria and the old women's Ronketi Cup back in the 70s, and it's almost a religion in basketball, in Bulgaria, game of basketball. There's a man who knows all about how to coach the game, Pini Gershon. Very colourful history. I understand a very hard time as a child and was determined to make it to the very top of his sport. His father left him when he was just 1 year old, and a very rough upbringing, we understand. There's a nice smooth operation there from Goran Dragic.
Yeah, I think good thing for Yuri Zov is he's got his players focused now. He's got his players playing a little harder than they were. But yeah, you see Matthias Smodas trying to pick up the momentum, trying to get the enthusiasm of the team. I think right from the start these guys have been dead. Although they got off to a great lead, it's now coming back to bite them in the rear end.
Well, Coach Dobser has calmed down a little bit after that outburst, that tirade of anger, let's call it, after his first time out, but a little calmer now.
But Roy, remember, at the start of the game, the body language just looked a bit sort of, you know, why are we in this position? We should be playing better than this.
He looked tired, didn't he, at the beginning of the game? Tired and anguished. Golomach from 3. Great all-round player, Jurica Golomach.
Yeah, that was a nice offense there. I wouldn't say that Golomach is probably the top three-point shooter, but they ran the play for him, and he did the job.
And he tied the scores at 35s. So Bulgaria, having led by 6 at one stage, of course they trailed by a lot more than that earlier on, but now the defense is a lot more intimidating by Slovenia. There's another foul, and it's a 3-shot foul. And it's the same player, Dragic again.
Yeah, it's a poor foul from Dragic. Right, I don't know whether you recognize that offense. That was the Pini Gershon, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Olympiacos offense. That's similar to the David Blatt Russian Princeton offense. So it's living on all over the place. And Dragic, another foul, the same player. Kaloyan Ivanov with 3 free throws.
Yeah, Pini Gershon, of course, coached the legendary Maccabi Tel Aviv, back-to-back EuroLeague winners a couple of years ago, and that hasn't happened very often. And as I think I said earlier on in the program, he's now back at Maccabi Tel Aviv, a club that he once criticized as being too successful. He said the success of Maccabi Tel Aviv is not good for Israeli basketball. Having won the Israeli championship for 26 years in a row, I think, he didn't think that was a good thing.
No, I don't think it is. It's not healthy for any league, is it, to have one team dominate the whole time?
Wolbeck draws another foul.
Yeah, I think it's Georgiev there, just a little too physical in the back, although really for these players it's tough at trying to find out what the referees will allow and what they won't allow sometimes.
Again, good ball movement from Slovenia, and then it slows up with the dribble. Jaka Lakovic slipped on the back door there. Here he's in the corner. Good passing. And the foul. And not quite getting the drop.
Yeah, tough move from Goran Dragic. I think we've seen this type of move before, and I think that's 3 on Vidanov, yes. Oh, it's 2, is it? Must have missed one somewhere, but Dragic gets him up and under, and a pivot underneath, and draws that foul. So 2 more shots for Goran Dragic.
Again, Bulgaria, they are without a key player, and that key player, Ibrahim Jabbar. It's not an injury problem, but his strict Muslim faith forbids him from consumption of liquids between sunrise and sunset for an entire month. And sadly for Bulgaria, that month happens to coincide with Eurobasket in Poland. So Ibrahim Jabbar, the man who really got them into the Eurobasket finals, is not playing for the team. And Bulgaria still have a 1-point lead, and I tell you what, the ball was in the backcourt for a good 7 seconds then. There's a foul, 3 fouls, 3 players foul 1, and it's Lorbeck again. Lorbeck, he's putting himself around a bit.
Well, Georgiev will go to the line, but very, very awkward way of breaking the break. Destroying that press break, and that's what it ended up with. Pump fake, 3 players around him, draws the foul. Not really Slovenia's game to pick up full court and put some pressure defense. It's just not quick enough.
So Bulgaria by 2 now. Stefan Georgiev hits them both. And for his pains, well, the substitution isn't called in his favour, but number 9 for Slovenia in again, Beno Udrich.
Well, he started the game, but he got his 4 points early on. Roy, both Ivanov brothers in there now. The 2 twins are playing. Interesting to see how they develop play together.
Lakovic misses from a long way out. That came off a Bulgarian hand. Just a reminder that we're going to see more of Slovenia on Sunday when the visitors will be the ever-powerful Greece. It's 7 o'clock UK time on Sunday.
And I think that'd be a good test to see how a team like Slovenia is going to do, because Greece are obviously going to be one of the top 3 favourites. You think Spain and Lithuania with them. How will they do? Another 3 goes begging.
Foot violation, surely. Yeah, and who has got possession? Slovenia have.
They've got a big, meaty lineup, this Bulgarian team. If you think Eftimov's on the bench, the 2 Ivanov boys they're built very stockily, very strong, and a tough force under that basket.
Bosnian Nakbar back in for Slovenia. Former Dinamo Moscow player, of course. I've seen a lot of him on Eurosport 2 this year. Now plying his trade in Turkey. Money problems, we understand, in some of the Russian clubs. That's why there's been an exodus. Well, Golomac has hit 1-3 from there, and this time declined the offer. Good ball movement, shot clock on 4. Good hustle from Bulgaria.
Roy, how about that defense? The one shot at the end of a shot clock is a forced 3-pointer against a zone. That's how good that Bulgarian. Pini Gershon's got this team playing some excellent defense.
Not sure about my stats here, but I think Penny Gershon has been voted as one of the top 5 ever European coaches. And another 3-pointer for Bulgaria, and this time it's Filip Vidanov again.
That is 3-pointer number 7. 7 for 11.
.21 points out of 43 from the 6.25 meter line for Bulgaria. Good defense from Roland. Shot clock on 5 again. And that's Bulgaria's possession. Twice in a row, Bulgaria played superb defense all the way down, very, very low in the shot clock.
Well, it's funny, isn't it? Udrich had the open jump shot, did not want to take it. There's Ben Udrich, had the shot, didn't want to take it, penetrated, and the turnover ensued. So the first thing to shoot, you've got to take your open shots.
Mickey, there seems to have been a hemorrhage of confidence in this Slovenian team. From the first game we saw them about 3 weeks ago when they played Macedonia and won fairly convincingly. And they just are lacking in confidence. And you have to say that without Matthias Smodis, there ain't a lot there.
Well, if you go back to that Seville tournament, they were in good shape going to Seville. Vidanov's been called for a carrying the ball. He can't quite believe it. He said, ref, that call surely doesn't exist anymore. But they went to Seville, lost to Lithuania, got blown out by Spain, and then losing that Great Britain game. They scored 56 points in a 7-point loss. That would have really hurt them.
And what's more, that was without a couple of possible starters for Great Britain as well. And again, an easy miss. That's a foul, and it's Slovenia's number 10. That's Bosnian Nakbar reaching in, not a breakaway foul.
Roy, you go back to that last offense. Great penetration from Udrich. Great pass to Erasm Lorbeck. Lorbeck misses the shot. Here's the foul here from Nakbar. But nobody is following in for an offensive rebound. There's no enthusiasm to go and get that ball. No fight in these Slovenians to really dig deep and eke this win out.
Well, what Slovenia have got to do, they've just got to get Smodis on the physio bench and get a lot of work done on him and make sure his back is okay for Poland. Otherwise, I'm afraid, well, it doesn't look good for the team in green.
See a bit of frustration there. Lorbeck's just gone through Dejan Ivanov. There you see Ivanov's number 4 there. Lorbeck said he's moving screen, but he's
that's
a bit
not moving. That's just a deliberate act by Lorbeck there to try and knock the screen out of the way.
Bit of acting maybe, but yeah, you're right. Oh, look at that great pass.
Beautiful, absolutely sublime pass there. Bulgaria at the moment are overpowering Slovenia.
I think I talked to Chris Finch, the GB coach, about the switching screens, and that was the problem for Slovenia. Great play. Slokar opens up a 3. Tough shot, and that's what they need. They need the confidence from beyond the arc.
Well, Bulgaria did have their biggest lead then. It was 8, but that 3 reduces it to 5. And Roland doing the right thing, just slowing things down.
Yeah, Earl Roland doesn't slow anything down. He's just super quick. Tough move too. You know, Roland loves this style of play. Look at the score, 45-40. Bulgaria have hit 45 points in just under a half.
And they've just been called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, that's a tough one too. There's no way. Maybe off the screen, I think it was. Yeah, even off.
I hate to use the term, but that might just possibly be a home call.
I like the look of this Bulgarian team. You compare it to the Slovenians, there's no NBA players on this Bulgarian team. They're all young guns just looking to make a name for themselves. If you take Eftimov off that young guns list, at 32, not quite.
The last minute of the first half. It's Bulgaria, I5. And good hustle, new shot clock for Slovenia. And the signal from Coach Zobza is long offense. Run it, he says. So they don't, and
oh, good hustle though.
What a hustle, what a hustle. And the man who made that hustle, I'm just looking at his number, he's hurt himself, landed on the advertising board, and the referee, because Bulgaria were in possession, stopped the clock. That's a good call. He actually hit his head on the advertising board. That's why the referee stopped the game. No reset on the shot clock. Here we go. Now that's not a foul, but watch this hustle now. And yeah, banged his head on the advertising board. Yeah, that's commitment for you.
Well, it is, isn't it? And I say, you know, young Ivanov is about 23 years old, I think, and he's just there. Commitment, enthusiasm, and the cause of the team is most important to him. Everything to prove. Hungry for success.
There's a differential of 8 seconds between game and shot clock. And Slovenia are in the penalty, so Roland looking for the foul. 3-pointer. Oh, great pass there from Roland, and Ivanov buries the 3.
Well, how tough is that? Oh, and look at that. Dragic runs into a brick wall down the other end.
Well, the equal biggest lead of the game for Bulgaria. They lead 48-40 after a very, very good start from Slovenia. Well, the whole house of cards has fallen in on the team in green, the home team, Slovenia. They trail Bulgaria in this 9th friendly in Slovenia's preparation games for Poland. It's 48-40, Bulgaria over Slovenia. It's only 10 days or so to Eurobasket 2009, and we're looking at some very, very sad Slovenian basketball fans because their team is in trouble. They trail Bulgaria 40-48. We're just watching some of the highlights of that first half. And Bulgaria, well, they didn't start very well, but they certainly finished well. 40-48. Slovenia trail, and if they lose this, then they will have lost 4 in a row. Some sweet little plays from Bulgaria have given them the satisfaction of quietening this crowd. There's Earl Roland, terrific kick out there, which led to one of the many 3-pointers that Bulgaria nailed in that first half. They certainly have quietened the crowd here in Slovenia, the 2nd biggest city in this town. We're in Maribor at the Tabor Arena, and there we are looking at the stats. Look at that. 8 from 13 from 3-point range for Bulgaria. Half their points have come from the 6.25-meter line. And it's Bulgaria in black, having enjoyed 17 minutes of terrific basketball. They had 3 minutes when it all went wrong for them, but they fought and scrapped and scratched their way back in. And were it not for Erzan Lorbec of Slovenia, then the lead would be a lot bigger than what it is at the moment, the 8-point Bulgarian lead. And inevitably, Bulgaria in that zone. And one or two observers have said Slovenia look very, very iffy indeed against the zone. But Lorbec, another rebound for him.
Yeah, well, Nakbar had the open shot, Roy, didn't make it, but importantly for Slovenia to get offensive rebounds. That's the key against the zone. Can you get the rebounds too? You've got to get some shots inside that red area, inside the paint, to make a zone really pay.
Now, is the Bulgarian zone capable of working hard? 2 shot clock possessions in a row. Well, it certainly is. Poor shot again from Slovenia. Now, that is very, very poised play indeed. Great backdoor. What a move, and the miss. Beautiful pass, and Ivonov couldn't finish it off.
Look at this, Roy. They got 4 on 3. They just don't want to take advantage. Oh, nice play. That's it. Nakbar will do it the hard way with the dunk. Often you see the Slovenian team throwing down.
Yeah, 1 or 2 players stopped there. They thought they heard a whistle. The whistle was in the crowd. And Nakbar, he didn't stop.
Yeah, no look pass from Beno Udrich. Little showman play there. Yeah, they've got to step the ante up. They've got to really get nasty and dirty. Zovsa, to me, doesn't seem to be a coach that really inspires with a bit of shouting and aggravated animosity for his players. You've got to get after them.
Well, when they played Russia, we talked about the lack of chemistry in that Russian team David Blatt is coaching. But I tell you what, the word here in the Slovenian press, or the media, is that the chemistry seems to have disappeared from the Slovenian team. There's an air ball now. Defense from Slovenia works on that occasion. So will the Bulgarians stay in this zone? They certainly will. And it's 4 points in a row for Slovenia, but this is how they started.
Yeah, that's nice play from Udrich. If I got a complaint to Beno Udrich, he does not push the ball up quick enough up the floor. There's Roland's going right by him. Do not play very good defense, do they, in the half court? Players go around them too easily. Bulgarian ball.
Nakbar there just couldn't hang on to it. 1 or 2 absentees from this Slovenian team. You mentioned Beno Udrich, but his brother Samo, the Estudiantes player, seems to be injured and didn't play very well in the Seville tournament, we understand. So perhaps he's carrying an injury as well. Roland inside. Wow, what a strong move.
Well, if Pini Gershon's look at this performance from Earl Roland, he will be very, very pleased. Roland against Andre Owens. They can only take 1 of the 2 to the Eurobasket. For me, Roland's is outplaying his counterpart.
That's too easy for Lorbec, but the easy shot is missed, and another offensive rebound for Slovenia.
Well, Lorbeck's been given a chance to start this game. First and second half, he's missed 2 open jump shots. Slokar, nice shot, left-handed, and he's got to get back on defense. Roland Wolf, yeah, again they're exposed on this. Well, no, it's a travel. Oh yeah, even off again.
Second time that man's been called travelling, but no reaction from him. Well, a belated reaction, let's say. There's that lovely trailing play from Jura Slokar. And the 3, no, it's been given as a long 2.
Well, at last, Dorman Lorbec makes a shot. That will give him oodles of confidence, really. Moves him on to 6 points. Was it a 3? Probably
was a 3, yeah. The table official looked up and the referee nodded. 3.
I sense Slovenia are playing a little bit harder in this half.
But this is how they started the first half as well. Very much on top. And with 3 seconds on the shot clock, that's an air ball.
Now the difference this half, I think, Roy, is that there's more pressure. There's more intensity defensively. I think the first half they caught the Bulgarians a little sleeping and managed to put pressure on them with a quick early start. 17-7 they went ahead the first quarter.
And then it all went wrong for Slovenia and Bulgaria pounced. Can they repeat that? Well, Slovenia somehow retain possession and score from it, or do they? Well, no foul. I'll tell you what, Erzan Lorbec there looked at the referee in astonishment that no foul was called.
Well, that might be the only block shot that Evtimov gets all season, really. He's not a great jumper.
I like the way this Bulgarian team passed the ball around. And another floating shot is attempted, and again it misses. We've had one of those floaters that's gone in, and 3 or 4 that have missed by a long way. Good defense from Roland.
Well, that's what I was saying. Beno Udrich, you think the level of competition he plays in the NBA, you've got to push the ball up a bit quicker, put some pressure on that defense sooner in the offense. You can't just be one pace.
Agitated, I think we'll use the word to describe the crowd there. They don't understand what they're looking at. They don't understand why their team, which was expected to be vying for a medal in Poland, okay, it's a long time to go there, but why are they playing so badly?
The foul was a foul was dished out by Vasily Evtimov and not called.
Yeah, referee just wants to make sure that this floor is playable. We've had 1 or 2 instances where condensation has settled in around about this time of night, and it's very dangerous. So the referee making sure the floor is clear. A lot of speculation as to how Slovenia can cope with the zone. And at the moment, they're not doing too well.
No, you've got to make your outside shots. If you can't shoot against the zone, you're always going to have problems.
Roland inside, no foul.
Well, Roland will be looking at the referee, say, what on earth is going on, ref? Ref picks him up. But I think he got a little hack. Let's have a look.
That's not called a foul. Well,
maybe it was his own body contortion that decided the referee shouldn't have given him that foul. I'm not sure.
Well, to Roland's credit, he just grinned at the official. No complaint. Pinigoshin, coach to Bulgaria. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But it's a reality. Nakbar misses the 2, and a tap in from Slokar.
Yeah, that's a good position for Slokar against the zone. Go and find the basket. At 6'11", you can't go too far wrong if you get close as you can. Missed shot, easy tip, left-handed.
Well, 11-2, Slovenia are leading this half, and now they have their noses in front. There's a foul, a reaching foul.
Yeah, it was Kaloyan Ivanov, the one of the twins there, catches the ball, just puts it on the floor straight away there, and the foul from I think the foul was Slokar before that, but Udrich with the hack as well.
Now that is what I'd call a dumb foul by Slokar. The clock hadn't moved, and he committed another foul.
Well, the problem is Uros Slokar, with his NBA experience, does not have the quickness to cope defensively that far from the basket.
Oh, that was so readable, and this will be thrown down, and it's a 3-point lead for Slovenia with Bojan Nakbar throwing it down, the FS Pilsen player nowadays.
Yeah, Nakbar with his 2nd dunk of the half, and that will be a nice, easy 2 for him.
Strange shot there from Roland. Now that hit the rim, so a new shot clock for Bulgaria. And their 3-point shooting has deserted them.
Yeah, they couldn't miss in the first half, 8 for 13, and they are yet to score one this second half.
And Pinigoshin scratches his head as if to say, oh, what do I do in this situation?
Now they've got to attack this high post. There's a foul there. I think it's number 9. Yes, it is.
And number 9 is Stanislav Shlivikov.
Doesn't play much time. He's just really subbing in there. Give one of the starters a bit of breathing space. Golomatch in the game.
Well, Slovenia beat Macedonia twice. They split games against Russia. They beat Croatia twice. But then they lost 3 in a row. Significantly, 2 of those losses were against opponents that are in their group in Poland, Spain and Great Britain. And they also lost against Latvia. Oh, another rebound and another easy 2. Lorbeck again. Slovenia now, I won't say running away with this second half, but they've come back, not exactly from the dead, but, well, they were getting murdered in that first half. And now they lead by 5. So a 13-point turnaround. And still 3.5 to go in the 3rd period. Yeah, shooting foul there, Golomatch, I think, yep.
Well, Roy, one of the things I talked about in the first half was the big gaping holes in that Bulgarian zone. Twice now, shots have gone up, and they haven't put bodies on the offensive rebounders. Once Slokar, here's that foul we just see from Golomac, a little hand in the hip. And Slavikov will go to the free throw line. And the second time was to Erzan Lobek. They've got to sort that out, but Slovenia have done well. Get a big guy under the hoop for every shot, and you've got a chance of keeping that ball alive.
Nico, I've not exactly identified the type of zone Bulgaria are using, but have they changed their alignment? Did I see a 3-2 zone in that first half? That seemed to be giving a lot of problems to Slovenia. Have they changed the alignment?
I think it all depends on what offense Slovenia come. They start with a 2-on-2, and it will adapt itself to a 3-2 if the pick and roll becomes a problem at the high point of the zone. Now, there will be a pick and roll here for Lakovic there. Now, what does the zone do? It sits back there, no problem.
Now, that's how to beat his zone. Throw the ball around, find the holes in it, find the gaps, and throw it down.
And look at that, Primo Bresic standing under the basket, causing space, or filling space, as I say, because he causes an obstruction, an inconvenience to the defense.
Well, whatever Coach Dobza said at halftime, it certainly worked, and Pini Gershon has his work cut out now. Pini Gershon coach to Bulgaria.
Well, you're right, Roy. As soon as the offense finds layups against the zone, you've got to think, well, am I in the right defense? You want to make the team shoot as far away as possible.
Well, we mentioned a couple of absentees from this Slovenian lineup. Alexander Vucicic, the Los Angeles Lakers player, has a knee injury and has been dropped from the squad. Another big absentee as well, Mir Zapan, the deaf player, and Coach Stobza acknowledged his contribution to the team ethic, but has dropped him from the squad. There, Bresic just picked up his first foul, and on the line for Bulgaria. And this is, well, that's Dejan Ivanov.
Yeah, they can ill afford to miss the easy ones. I mean, Bulgaria on the road, it's not going to be easy to win this game. They're in the ascendancy from the first 20 minutes. But you feel Slovenia are just getting back into it.
And for the first time, Coach Pini Gershon sits down. He's just letting his players work it out for themselves. Of course, this...
Oh, beautiful pass from Golomac to Bresic, Roy. Bresic just thrown it over his head and scored. But, you know, the key for me there was Primo Bresic. Look at this, Bresic. Look at him posted up at the back of the zone. They're under the basket. He's going to throw it up in a minute. No, we didn't get an action replay of that one, but never mind.
It seems as though Slovenia are running away with this, but they only lead by 6. So it's not all over yet for Bulgaria, but this zone they need to change it somehow because it ain't working. The success they had with it in the first half has disappeared, and there's an illegal screen against Jaka Lakovic.
Yeah, I think it's a travel, Roy. I think he's put the ball on the floor without getting it down quick enough, move that pivot foot. A mistake, you can't afford to make that mistake, really, with this level of professionalism.
Well, only the third travel of the game, 2 against Bulgaria, 1 against Slovenia, and at last Bulgaria nail it 3 in this second half. It's taken an age, it seems, but the first 3-pointer of this second half for Ivanov.
Well, remember, it took an age the first half too, didn't it, for them to wake up, but the 3-pointers are what keeps them in the game.
Yeah, it didn't take 8 minutes for them to hit that first 3-pointer, only took them a couple of minutes. Oh, Lobek let the ball slip out of his hands, much disgusted with himself.
Can't believe it, can he? I mean, how many times does that happen? Probably once in every half year, maybe once every 6 months. It happens in practice now and again, but not in a game, surely.
Well, he was away, wasn't he? There he was. Oh, this is his Nakbar's fast break. Well, steal and throw it down, which got the crowd on their feet at last. Gosyan Nakbar, 2'6", the FS Pilsen player nowadays. Great height, much to the adoration of the crowd.
That was his third dunk. I wonder was the last time he had dunked it 3 times in a big-time game.
So look at that score in the third period. Slovenia outscoring Bulgaria 17-6, which gives them a 3-point lead. And Coach Stobza a little bit more content nowadays. Smoke is just leaning over the coach's left shoulder, just in case he has a role to play. He hopes he has a role to play. Maybe not tonight.
Well, he's changed, Roy. He was in uniform the first half, and now he's in, I wouldn't call him street clothes, but he's definitely in gym kit.
I'm not sure that the assistant coach was acting as an interpreter there, but I didn't detect two different languages there. Still, one or two anxious faces in this crowd here in Maribor, in Slovenia.
Well, one thing I think we identified early in this campaign was the Slovenians do not defend the three-point shot very well. Borne out by the fact that I think Bulgaria have hit 9 three-pointers tonight so far. Ivanov takes off Nakbar, another one there. Shy this time.
Well, that press was so easily broken there, and Bulgaria had an open shot.
Well, they're not a pressing team, are they? Zovza needs to get it off the playbook unless they're down and need to get back in the game. It's not something you want to use early in the game for sure.
A strange shot.
Well, he wanted to pass it, didn't he? The shot was the last option. And again, it sort of speaks volumes to the fact they just lack a little bit of confidence.
Just going towards the last minute of this third period, and Slovenia lead Bulgaria by 3. Great change of direction there. Oh, that's a tough shot. Oh, my word.
How did that go in?
Well, it went in despite the attention to the shooter's jaw.
And he got a, yeah, right, Rory, he got a bang on his jaw for his pains, too. Good shot from Dejan Ivanov.
Golomac in the high post. Nice pass in. And it's knocked out of bounds with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, it would have been a great pass, just floated up too much, so wasn't it? It needed to be a bit more direct into Brezic's hand. Brezic's not going to go and get it. We're going to wait for it to come to him.
Out of bounds Slovenia with a long time to go on that shot clock. Now, Bulgaria, there is 10 seconds differential between game and shot clock. Bulgaria have an opportunity to take the lead in the dying seconds of this third period. Yeah, there's the foul, and it's Nakbar again.
Yeah, nice little play there from the Bulgarians. They managed to get a little pick and roll, a little switch in the defense from the Slovenians.
Great patience there from Bulgaria. They knew that the team foul situation. They can't get an open shot, then draw the foul. Oh, my goodness me. Well, the crowd and the player, if there's a hole in the floor, he wants to bury himself in it somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't just an air ball, he missed by about 12 inches.
Well, I think somebody just must have opened the door at the back of the gym and the big gust of wind came through.
So he can shoot foul shots. So we have a tie.
Oh, this young man can play. I tell you, him and his brother were both European champions in 2005, so they've got some pedigree. This Bulgarian national team is going places. They've got some good players. They're the two twins coming off at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion as to exactly who was coming off, who was going on. Ivanovs are off. Shot clock being turned off. We have a tie in the dying seconds of this third period. Slovenia against Bulgaria. It's a friendly match. Golomac is fouled. Ooh, unceremoniously.
Yeah, and that's a nice little offense that ran there to beat the zone. 3 handoffs, pick and roll, and there was so much space for Golomac that Georgiev had to foul him.
Bulgaria not in the penalty yet. Out of bounds Slovenia. 6 seconds. Don't foul. Well, actually, they've got a foul to give, haven't they? Oh, there's the foul that was given, and that should not count.
Wow, that would be Nakbar's 4th dunk in the half. Yeah, Abramov there with the foul. But nice play from Goran Dragic to split the pick and roll. Very, very sprightly.
Well, Penny Gershon there, somewhat annoyed, but really that was a good foul.
He's not happy at all. Dragic will get 2 shots. They were in the bonus.
The reason he's not happy is because that's been given as a shooting foul. No way, that was the 4th foul. No way that the man on the line, Dragic, was shooting. He was penetrating, looking for the dish off, and he's been given 2 shots. One point, the lead for Slovenia. Make it 2 points now. 2.5 seconds remaining. Possession Bulgaria. Is it going to be a long pass down the floor? Yeah, you can't come over the line there. Now, the shot from the halfway line is no good. So Slovenia 59, Bulgaria 57. So a 10-point turnaround in this third period, having trailed by 8 at the beginning of the second half. A great fight back from Slovenia, and then they now lead by 2 points with 1 period remaining. Slovenia against Bulgaria in a friendly game in preparation for Poland in about 10 days' time. Eurobasket 2009 in Poland. Both these teams will be there in separate groups, having trailed 22-26 after 1 period and 40-48 at half-time. Slovenia have fought their way back. It was a 19-9 advantage for them in that third period. So it's Slovenia 59, Bulgaria 57. Bulgaria start the fourth period off. I just wonder whether if this game is tied at the end of the fourth period, that's how it will stay, because Bulgaria have been involved in a friendly match tie before tonight. It was against Belgium, 76-all, a rarity in basketball, a tied situation, and a rebound there for Slovenia eventually. Golomach, good fighting.
Ivanov should have had it, just didn't play hard enough, and Golomach took it right off his hands.
Misunderstanding there, but luckily no problem for Slovenia.
There's that little handoff play again, the pick and roll here.
In my day, that used to be called a weave.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? That's right. A tough shot, Dragic, and one.
And the three-point play possibility, and Ivanov is not happy despite the smile.
That's 4 fouls for Kaloyan. Ivanov 1 step closer to a bench time.
Yeah, I think he just got a touch on the shooter's elbow.
Wow. As delicate as it was, he maybe just touched the hand, Roy. Yeah, he probably knows he didn't touch much.
Well, the hand is part of the ball, so should that be called a foul? In my mind, not.
Well, I think you're right, Roy. Players are usually very honest about things. They know when they foul, and they'll put their hand up when they do. Most of the time.
He says, more in hope than expectation, but yeah,
nice.
There's a foul, holding foul, and it's Lakovic.
Yeah, that's a nice offense there from Bulgarians, and really did identify the mismatch. Lakovic had to switch on to Ivanov, and had to give up the foul. That's Lakovic's second foul.
Oh, nice pass. One Ivanov to another.
And again.
Another pass. Well, a couple of air balls there.
And the foul in the tough play. I love the way these two brothers play too. They really are going to be a force for Bulgaria in the years to come. And that young man there, Avramov, is an up-and-coming player too.
Avramov is only 19 years of age. That's the number 25 for Bulgaria. Lakovic, and not a semblance of a rebound from Slovenia. There's Abramov. Oh, beautiful pass, absolutely sweet. So, what a lovely pass there from Abramov. Drew 2 players, found the open man, and that open man buried it. That's Stefan Georgiev.
Well, isn't it funny? That is exactly how Slovenia play the pick and roll. You open you up inside, and the man down the lane. So they get a dose of their own medicine there.
Well, nobody wanted the rebound. Again.
Well, Dragic has missed an absolute sitter. Goran Dragic there has got the rebound by chance too, as it fell at his feet. He goes up and just misses an easy one. Little chippy. Watch this. At his feet there, goes up. Now, is he saying he's fouled? Maybe.
Bulgaria possession with 11 on the shot clock.
Well, Roy, this young man there, 25, Abramov, we haven't seen much of him. But you know what I saw there was the pick and roll split. Went right through it very quickly. Lorbeck's picked up a little bit of a knock.
Yeah, Abramov playing his basketball for Palmesia Valencia in Spain in the ACB, the top league in Europe. Four on the shot clock for Bulgaria. Do they recognize it? Just about. But he dropped into the hands of a Slovenian player, and the referee stops the game and says that's a violation.
Yeah, Chavda Kostov there ended up with a shot that really didn't want to end up with. A horrible little hook shot there to finish the shot clock off. Yeah, they've got to take better notice of that shot clock number and get a better shot.
Bulgaria still in that zone. Lorbeck. And again, hardly any Slovenian attempt at a rebound.
Yeah, nobody there. Golomac was completely shrouded out. And that good pass.
Oh, Lorbeck the foul, holding
Beautiful
foul.
pass, and that was Ivanov to Ivanov, I think. But yeah, the early success of the third quarter, getting men under the basket, creating a presence from Slokar and Brezec is just not quite the game that Golomac can bring to the table, really.
I like this guy's Avramov. Drills with his head up, finds the open man, and there's the foul. Well, it's no foul being called.
Well, the move, yeah, it was tough because the move, they got the ball to the low post, but the low post player, I think it's Slavekov, was just so slow.
I like the way Abramov invites the double team and then finds the open man. If you find yourself being marked by two, somebody's free. There's another Bulgarian floating shot. They seem to have patented that technique.
Yeah, Chavda-Kostov there, spun out, little running move. And again, pressure from the Bulgarian. I think the players they got on the floor for Slovenia aren't the right players.
Oh, great ball movement.
No rebounders again. And it's Golomac is the problem, Roy. They've got two men at the 4 spot, and nobody wants to play the 5 spot.
Oh, what a pass. And Bulgaria spurned the opportunity. It's mayhem in there, and it's a new shot clock.
I don't remember, Roy, the first half, Kaloyan missed, Ivanov missed an open layup. Gets the foul off Golomac. How did he miss that shot? That was as wide open as he's going to get tonight. That's the problem for Zovza there. 14 and 15, both players playing exactly the same position. Look at this. How does he miss this? I seem to remember missing a few myself in my playing days, so I should perhaps be quiet.
But the thing to sit back and admire there was the precision of the pass. It was a no-look pass. Great peripheral vision from the young Bulgarian guard, and he found the man inside wide open.
Oh, tough shot too.
That's not going to count.
Offensive foul, is it? The other Ivanov brother, Dejan Ivanov.
Characteristic of the Ivanov brothers, though, every time they get a foul, they smile about it.
That's not a foul.
That's a flop. That is a flop.
Well, Nakbar was there. He got knocked over, Roy, but the play had gone. There's no way. The referees have to ignore that type of foul.
And to make matters worse for Bulgaria, the three-pointer, it counted. Well, as they make matters worse, they somehow got away with that. Yeah, the referees looked at each other, and the table is still consulting, and there's a 2 for Slovenia, which reduces their arrears to just 1. Juris Slokar.
Yeah, with all the experience of Juris Slokar, they didn't want to shoot the shot to begin with, and had no choice, and luckily made it.
Coach Stubbs are desperate for a win here. Oh, off the glass. You got to call him. Now he's smiling.
Yeah, Kaloyan Ivanov nails a big 3 off the bank.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of criticism of Coach Yuri Zobza if Slovenia lose the 4th game in a row in their preparation for Poland. But there's a long 3, which reduces the arrears to 1. The crowd waking up a little bit.
Yeah, Dorman Lorbeck did a lot for his confidence to not play particularly well. That will do a lot for him, and hopefully initiate a bit of a spurt from the Slovenians.
Halfway through this 4th period. Steps back, that's a long 2. There's a foul, pushing foul. Yeah, Bulgaria foul, and that's their number 10. That's Georgiev.
Well, the camera's gone to Ivanov. I think you're right, Roy. It is Georgiev. Both Ivanovs, well, no, one Ivanov has got 3 fouls. That's Dejan. Kaloyan has 4. Oh, you can see 2-hand push, easy call.
Well, not content with pushing 1 opponent, he wanted to get 3 of them out of the way.
Roy, if you look at this 5 on for the Bulgarians, it's a very young 5. The 2 Ivanovs are 23, Kostov is 21, and Avramov is only 19. Very, very young team. So
I think Penny Gershon must be saying he's seen enough of Roland, so he knows which American, which naturalized player to use. But there's Lorbeck for Slovenia, putting them into a 1-point lead with just under 4.5 to go.
Well, Penny Gershon is saying, listen, you know, I know Roland can play. Let's get something out of the other guys. The youth of Bulgarian basketball is very, very strong right now. There's the foul. Georgiev's going to shoot two. I'm not sure. Yeah, Lorbek's got it.
Well, with such good young players around, I'm very surprised. It seems to me that the Bulgarian Federation has invited a lot of Americans into their league this year. It seems to me 2 or 3 Americans per team seems to be the norm now. I hope it's not, but that's what it looks like to me.
Right, Roy. I'll tell you the answer to that. Look where the best Bulgarian players are playing. They're all playing abroad. Both Ivanovs play abroad. One's at Kaja San Fernando, I think it is, and the others just signed in Italy.
And Georgiev hits both foul shots. This game has wire written all over it. As Bulgaria, with just over 4 to go in the fourth, have a 1-point lead. Crowd getting a little bit edgy, to say the least. Shot clock on 7. Slokar is fouled. That'll be 2 foul shots.
Well, Slokar was attempting to dunk that, I think, Roy. I'm not sure. He went up with the intention of getting up there, but let's have a look. He went up very, very slowly. And it was Chavda Kostov that got the foul.
Yeah, great example there of something I was saying earlier on the handiest part of the ball, but, well, Slokar had his hand, arm, shoulder, everything hit there. And strong enough to come back, even though he's just been clattered. Hits the first foul shot, but not the second. Yeah. So that's a tie again, under 4 to go in the fourth.
Well, this is exactly what both coaches want, a close game, going down to the wire.
The long 2 is good for Bulgaria. They lead by 2.
Bozidar Avramov there just showed him a few more skills for Pini Gershon to think about. Little one-stop jump shot. Now, a lot of experience should take over here for the Slovenians. They've been in this situation many, many times before. Oh, Udrich, tough shot, Roy. Look at that, off the pick and roll. Smile from young Avramov. He said, well, what else could I do?
Well, I don't think the 2's been given, so that's a penalty situation for Bulgaria, so it should be 2 shots for Slovenia. Timeout called. No, Pini Gershon just called his players over for a quick chat, and then a chat with his assistant. And his assistant, Konstantin Papazov.
And Roy, I don't think we've seen much of Vidinov this second half. You can see he's having a good old stretch there. So Gershon has gone with a set 5 this last 10 minutes or so to see how the young players can develop as Vino Idrić makes the first of 2 free throws. But now Vidinov in the game to maybe to finish it off, close it out for the Bulgarians.
Mickey, is it my imagination, or has coach Zuri Zobsa aged about 10 years since the last time we saw him?
Last 3 or 4 weeks, you might be right. A lot of pressure on him. You know, I understand the Slovenian people are expecting this team to bring back gold.
Yeah, 2,000 of them are going to Poland in about 10 days' time. Their first game, September the 7th, against the mighty Great Britain. And if they were to lose that, then Coach Stobza would have, well, a succession of nightmares, I think. Oh, 71 plays 71 in this, the 9th preparation game for Eurobasket 2000 for Slovenia.
And if you think about this, rebounds 31 to 21, they're losing to Bulgaria. You can see how easily they get blown out by teams like Spain and possibly Serbia, because those teams are very, very big and very, very aggressive. And if they're getting out rebounded by a team like Bulgaria, and these Bulgarians are strong. They're both Ivanov boys, are big boys, and they'll go after it very, very physically. But you can see the weakness in the Slovenian team.
Interested spectators here in the town or the city of Maribor in Slovenia. 3 minutes 11 seconds to go. Nothing separating Slovenia and their guest Bulgaria. Both teams preparing for Eurobasket 2009 in 10 days' time. There's Ivanov. Now there's a good rebound. Slovenia needed that. Poor shot there from Bulgaria. 1 on 3.
Yeah, it was, Roy. And what upset me about that was that no Bulgarian player was going to help him out to get an offensive rebound. They've got to get... Oh, somebody's wide open.
That's got to be 2 and the bonus.
Yeah, and you know what? Number 6, Chavda-Kostov, is at fault here because he couldn't find his man. He didn't know where he was. He turned his back on the play. See, there it is. Kostov comes running to it. That man in the middle, and number 6, Chavda-Kostov's the one player not guarding anybody.
Yeah, my observation there was that the Bulgarian bench moved zone moved very, very slowly indeed. They obviously didn't know where everybody was supposed to be coming out of that timeout. That's poor communication. And Nakbar nails the three-point play.
I think this is where the Bulgarians might suffer in this game with the experience that the Slovenians bring to the table. Good move again, the break. The press is broken so easily, Roy.
You're a Slokar there, the foul. It wasn't given against 15, it was number 4 who actually fouled the penetrating player. That's Slokar. There he is, his 4th. Now we've seen some pretty average foul shooting in the course of this August, and that trend continues. And the look of disgust on the face of Penny Gershon. He actually smiled at the end of that clip there.
It's a very snatched action. Watch this, very snatched and quick. And he gets the roll. Nope. And they've got some problems now, Bulgaria. They're 3 down. And Slovenia will go into instinct mode here.
Yeah, I think the message Bulgaria is sending out is they're worth fouling. Put them on the line, doesn't matter. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely.
No rebounders. Look at that. No green shirts chasing that missed shot. Pure weakness of this team. They just don't hustle enough.
There's the foul. Another 2-shot foul.
Avramov's made it.
And he's got it.
What a move. What a move. Bozidar Avramov goes up and lays it up.
I'll revise my statement there. It's a 1-shot foul because the 2 counts.
Look at this. Look how high it goes up in the air. High off the backboard. Nice roll. Ivanov's loved that one.
And Slokar has fouled out. Good night, Euros.
He can't believe it was his foul.
Well, there's Smodi's pleading with the official.
Well, the referees have got the wrong man, I'm sure. Let's have a look.
Oh, Slokar didn't touch him.
Ah, okay. No, yeah. Right at the last minute, they've got Slokar.
Slokar's off. He was off camera there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, another foul shot missed, but lane violation by Lorbeck. Let's have a look, see whose foul is this?
There's Slokar.
There's the reach-in. He got the ball. There's the foul. No, and Slokar was nowhere near it.
Well, now, did they call it for the reach, though, at the foul line?
Well, if he did, then it was all ball. And he doesn't care. Avramov nails the 3-point play. So a tie with under 2 to go.
Well, I can't wait for overtime if it is.
Foul. Lorbeck on the line. Doesn't get the 2, so it's a 2-shot foul.
Roy, we haven't had an overtime game, have we? Wouldn't it be good to see some overtime tonight?
Well, this is a friendly, so we may, even if it's tied, we may not get overtime.
Very true. I've never seen a 76-77-6 tie. Let's go home, forget about the win. It doesn't happen, but again, we might see it tonight.
Well, I was working on the O2 game on the London Arena, and some of the rules there were not exactly FIBA. Like, for instance, an ejected coach can play in the next game. Doesn't matter. All friendly. Well, just 1 shot is good for Slovenia, so they lead by 1 with 100 seconds remaining in the 4th period. Oh, there's an offensive foul. Mowed the man down. Yeah, you can't just knock a screen over.
Well, Ivanov's, I think, in the first half was a slight moving screen, and Dorman Lorbeck has probably been caught out with the same thing here. slight movement at the last minute. Well, no, that's
perfectly legal screen.
Play.
You cannot knock it over, I'm afraid.
Kaloyan Ivanov just stood his ground, and Dorman Lorbeck barreled him over.
So 2 shots to Bulgaria to take them into the lead. Then again, that's a very iffy statement, because previous to this, they've not been good from the line. Ivanov nails the first. It's tied again. 18 points to one of the Ivanov twins. Oh, only 1 from 2 though, so it's back to a tie. 90 seconds remaining in the 4th. One of the best game we've had on Eurosport 2 in this international series. And there's a foul, and well, it's number 10, Stefan Georgiev.
I think this might be the way this game goes. It's going to be who can make the free throws come the end of the game. Every foul now is 2 shots.
Bit of a guaranteed foul, isn't he? Georgiev reaches in, slow feet, chop, gotcha.
And I think if you take him and Evtimov, it's the lesser of 2 evils, isn't it? You've got to try and choose your poison.
Yeah, this is when nerves take their toll. Erazam Lorbeck had a great start to the game, scored Slovenia's first 6 points, committed a couple of then silly fouls, and it's 1 from 2 from the line to give Slovenia a 1-point lead.
Now, I think they have to try and play defense without fouling. The pressing, which is not a great idea because it gets broken very easily.
Bulgaria content to take a long offense here. Don't foul Georgiev. The long 2 in and out, and there's a foul. And it's against Bulgaria. Ivanov's gone, yeah.
Yeah, Kaloyan Ivanov just pulled back Golimatch. Well, if you see the replay, Mr. Ivanov, you'll realise it was your foul.
And because the ball was in the air, no team in control, it's 2 shots to Slovenia. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's the shirt. Gotcha.
His arms around the shirt, pull him back. Well, maybe a bit of both, perhaps, because Golimatch had him by the throat. Mind you, that expression's been all game, I think, hasn't it? Every foul.
Well, I think the expression is, well, you started it, mate. So, Golimatch on the line. Eureka Golimatch. Oh, that's a snatchy shot as well, but on this occasion it goes in. Slight hesitation on the release there.
Well, it's still not within the realms that Bulgaria will get this back to a tie.
I'll tell you what, Golimatch steps over the line every time. 3 points the lead for Slovenia going into the last minute of the 4th period. This a friendly match, remember, and we'll have another friendly on Sunday when it's Slovenia against Greece. The 3-pointer misses. Oh, no rebound, and the rebound grabbed eventually by Slovenia's Bosnian Nakbar.
Yeah, that might be an ill-advised 3-pointer from Avramov. Bit too quick. A youngster there, not very gun-shy at all. 5 went off very, very quickly.
Now is not the time to foul if you're Bulgaria. Play defense. And someone got the tap. It was Golimatch, I think. Yeah, it's a 5-point lead for Slovenia. The crowd ecstatic now. They've seen Slovenia come back from a very poor first half, and now they lead by 5. Don't foul Slovenia. And someone got the hustle, Bulgaria. Ivanov from 3. Another rebound. They can't buy a basket at the moment. There's the 2 with 0.6 of a second remaining. That's it. 80-77. Slovenia have come back from a poor first half display to beat Bulgaria 80-77. The coaches congratulate each other. Terrific game here on Eurosport 2. Remember, Slovenia beaten Bulgaria by 3. From me, Roy Birch and Mickey Bett. Goodbye.